Right, we are still having massive tech issues with this microphone. We're now on the 7th take, and every time I do a video, there is no audio. There's just me flailing my arms around with no sound. Anyway, hopefully this will come out. This is, as I say, it's now 5 to 2. We started recording at 1:30. Hopefully going to get a video done. You're getting another video today. We had a video last week, but you're getting another video this week. We're going to get the what's the word, and the entertainment bit out of the way first, and then we'll move on to what we actually are going to do with the railway today. So you may be seeing on my left hand side here that Dennis has got himself a new girlfriend, and he's named her Bouncing Betty. I don't know why she's called Bouncing Betty, but apparently she bounces well, and she's very interactive. But we'll find that out right now. Apparently, we push her button, and he oh, hello.
When I turn red, say something,
oh,
and I'll mix it into a song.
Will you now?
Here we go.
All right then. Oh, Dennis, you're so big.
Oh, Dennis, you're so big. Oh, Dennis, you're so big.
Right.
Yes! I'm here for it!
Apparently Bouncing Betty is here for it. So we're going to put that out there. If you want Bouncing Betty to to say something on your behalf, then please put a comment below or on the Facebook page. And on the next video, I'll give you a shout out and whatever you request her to say. But please, no F words, no C words, no W words, no swearing, because children actually do watch this channel. Yeah, so she's interactive. So yeah, get your ideas in. Yeah, 3 seconds though. It's only 3 seconds. So if you've got something to say within 3 seconds, let me know what you want Bouncing Betty to say. Yeah. So anyway, what's the video about today? Well, apart from Dennis's new friend, we've come up with an idea to rescue 37038, the drunken purchase, New Year's Eve, while I was watching Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. Now, it's way out of my modelling era. This is late 90s to early 2000s in this livery. But Mark Horsley, thank you for your smashing idea. Mark Horsley is a friend and a friend of Harold Road as well as myself. He'd come up with a great idea last week. Why not renumber it to 37087? So yes, it's going to be renumbered. We're going to change the numbers, change numbers, nameplates. We're going to be fitting square buffers, detailing it and weathering it. So that's going to be a project on here, YouTube, and on the Facebook page, Harold Road. So there's going to be, two things going on. So I'm going to be recording it as I do it, and then obviously doing pictures on the Facebook page. So moving on to other news apart from Bouncing Betty, thank you so much to all those who donated to the Tommy 10K last weekend. We've now, I include that myself and you guys out there. We've raised we started at £100 last Sunday, and it's now up to 300. It's up to £300, and I'm literally halfway through the month. I was blown away. I mean, half the £300 that I've raised so far has come from you guys who follow Harold Road. Some of you I don't even know, but you've donated to the Royal British Legion Tommy 10K. I'm not going to say I did shed a tear for the fact that the donations kept coming in. For me doing this 10K a week, it is a real struggle. My workload at work has doubled as a member of staff has actually left. So trying to get 10K in a week is a real struggle. And obviously I'm also doing my weights as well. So I am really struggling to get this 10K in, but the donations from you guys just make me want to, spur me on. Really, as I say, I was blown away. Honestly blown away. So again, thank you so much. Somebody asked if I could put a link on the Harold Road Facebook page. I've tried, but if you go to the Harold Road Facebook Harold Road supporters group on Facebook, Harold Road supporters group on Facebook, there is a link, a pinned page. If you want to donate a fiver, a tenner, or even just a couple of quid to help our wounded veterans suffering with PTSD. And it is a wound. PTSD, although not visible, is a wound. It's a wound to all our armed forces guys who are struggling. And that's £300, £300 that you guys have raised will help now 6 of our veterans. As I say, if you want to donate a few pounds to me, please go to my personal Facebook page or the Harold Road Supporters Group Facebook page, and then just donate whatever you can, just a few quid. I don't care if it's £1, I don't care if it's a couple of quid. Please just support me trying to raise money for our veterans who are suffering with PTSD. You know, I bring you this lovely entertainment, you know, Bouncing Betty, Dennis the Dinosaur, informative modelling, informative and entertaining, as one of our supporters once said. So we're going to be moving on with 37087. So that'll be done. Be starting on that this afternoon. And also we're going to be doing another Loco review. Yes, that's Accurascale. This is the Samaritan's jobby. 66415. You are never alone. It's an Accurascale exclusive, so I'm going to be having a look at that. It's not been out the box yet, so that'll be the next thing I do on the channel, and that'll be coming up very shortly. As I said, if you want Bouncing Betty to say something, then please put a comment below, and on the next video she will be saying what you ask her to do. So without further ado, let's get on with the Loco review, and then we're going to be starting on transformation of 37038 into 37087. Right, so let's stop it now and let's get cracking. Okay, before we carry on, we've had text messages already come through on my phone that they know I've got a Bouncing Betty here, or DJ Bouncing Beats as it's called, but Dennis calls it Bouncing Betty. So this is for you, George Buck. I think this is going to be all wrong, to be honest with you, but I can't believe I'm doing this. Here we go. Oh, Daddy, that's so good. No, that's so wrong.
Oh, Daddy, that's so good.
Oh, God.
Oh, Daddy, that's so good.
Right, okay. Yeah, it was amazing. It was wonderful, but I think I'm probably not going to get YouTube of the Year for that one. But there you go. George Buck, that was for you. Ooh, Daddy, that's so good. Another new toy. I thought, yes, let's do a review of it. There is plenty of reviews out there on Accurascale models, but as you know, as I'm going for YouTuber of the Year, it's never going to happen. I thought we'd have a look at it. It is an Accurascale exclusive. It's a Freightliner locomotive in the orange livery, and it's You Are Never Alone in Aid of the Samaritans. So it's quite an important charity that this loco was obviously made for its limited edition. So hang on, my phone just vibrated in. I'm just gonna check my phone a minute. Hang on. Sorry about this. It's quite. I am waiting for a very important message actually. Right, so someone actually knows I've got this thing. How does it? Right, okay, hang on a minute. I've got to do. I did say if people wanted me to do a thing with it. Okay. Right, so here it is. It's on the bench. And hang on, I've got to read the message first. Can you in a what? I can't do that. In an aggressive manner in German, can you say? All right, okay, right. I don't know if this is rude or not, but I'll do it anyway. Aggressive. All right, okay. What does he ask me? Ja, ich komme her. What's that? What's that mean? Okay. That was for you, Nathan Sustens. Right, okay, let's get on with the review. I'm sure that was rude. What is... Okay, I'm not going to ask. Someone will explain to me later on what that actually meant. Hopefully that wasn't rude. So let's get on with the review here. I'm just going to remove it from its outer packaging. So the outer packaging is off. And let's go for the vacuum drop. Here we go. Oh, it's like Sunday morning on the toilet. and away. So there you go. We are greeted with some bits and pieces. So we've got the obligatory, you know, the you must read this on the reverse of the card and all that. Oh, look inside. We've got. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Eh? Oh, hang on. Let's have a look inside the package. So we have a limited edition certificate. We have some information from the Samaritan. You might want this after watching this video, actually. And then you've got a booklet. Inside the booklet, you've got your information. Please read the instructions for operating your model for the first time. Well, we'll be doing that in a moment. Then you've got all the bits and pieces, you know, where you fit your pipes and stuff. And then you've got, oh, look at this. We have an operator's manual. Oh, wow. This is cool. And you've got this is all to do with DCC. And so you get the operators. Look at that. Look at that. And you get all these lovely, lovely pictures. You even get a driver's eye view from Jim Scott. He's a great fella. I don't know him, but I'm sure he is. And then you've got the information and the history and all that. Successful start. And then you've got glorious ubiquity. Some lovely pictures in there, isn't there? And all the different liveries as well. So yeah, and Jim Scott's back again with some more stories at the end there. That's rather nice, isn't it? What a lovely, lovely touch. So we'll put that to one side. We are greeted with foam. Now, I know, you know, David at Roxy Models impregnates the foam with something. But for the Foam Sniffers Club, it's the same as the Accurascale Class 37. It's the 31 incher. And with a 1/2 inch girth. And the flexibility is nice and rigid. Look at that. Oh, just feel that. You feel that rigidity. Is that a word? Right. So we're going to go for the we're going to go for a sniff first, and then we'll get on with the model. Well, that doesn't smell as good as David from Roxy Models' foam. So it has got the, you know, it's got that hint. It's got a hint of it's got a hint of aroma. I'm just going to go for the standard sniffing club 2-second sniff. Here we go. Stand by. It's not really doing it for me. I think I'd rather have the. I will put that to one side into the collection, but I will. It's not got the sniffing I normally like. Look at this. This is stunning. Look at that. You've got a detailing pack in there as well. You've got etched nameplates. Fantastisch, as they say in Germany. I wonder what that German was that he made me say. So let's get it out of the package and let's have a look at it on the old turntable. Sorry, before I move on, getting it out, I've just got to say the box is superb. I mean, they even got lovely, you know, more foam. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. I like that. Oh, right. Does that smell? Oh, yeah, this is what we call the Foam Sniffers turn. Yeah, the foam sniffers flip, as Julian Bysouth calls it. We do this at the club. We see how many times we can do a twizzle. I can't even do one. Julian can do 2, actually. I can do. Oh, I did 1.5, and then one. Right. Okay. So you've got more foam at the other end. But that's the same as a LS570 that we've already looked at. But what a great box! What a great box! Right, so let's get it out of its little ice box. Right, so let's get it out of the ice box, shall we? Because I'm getting quite excited about this. So let's go for it. Oh, Jesus, that's it. It's on there, well, isn't it? Is that glued in or what? Mate, we're starting to move. We're starting to go. We're nearly there. I'm knackered. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, so, oh, yeah. Hang on, just catch me breath a minute. You're greeted by That's not foam though, we can't sniff that. You've got the bag of bits with extra air dams and your screw link couplings and your pipes and stuff. And then you've got the etched nameplates as well. They're inside there. Like, you can just about see them in there, yeah? Right, so shall we get it out? Oh, my bloody arm aches now. Right, so let's get this out. Come on. Come on, go. What a great review this is. You know, I'm going for this YouTube of the year. Accurascale, send me your stuff. I love it. Right. Yeah. Right. So let's get it up. Oh, look at that. Look, I mean, look at that. How that just falls down like that. Look. Oh, you probably got a lovely shot of my arm there, but there you go. Oh, she's lovely. Oh, mate, look at that. Right, I think what we'll do, we'll just pause just for a second so I can catch my breath, and we'll have a look at this. Oh, look at that bobbing up and down, look. And we'll have a look at this, have a look at this on the turntable. Right, so here we have this stunning locomotive on the weathering turntable. This is 66415. You are not alone. And this has obviously been produced for the Samaritans charity by Accurascale. It is an Accurascale exclusive, so we're going to take a good look at this model. I mean, I know you can't really get hold of this anymore. I was lucky to get this model, to be fair with you, but it is absolutely stunning. I love the orange livery on the Freightliner locomotives. I'm a massive fan of Freightliner locomotives, as most of you know. This is just the ultimate Class 66 in my eyes. I mean, I know Hornby are already, you know, putting out the awards for 2025, and this locomotive model is actually listed, and it can't go wrong really in the diesel electric category, that is, not steam obviously. I mean, it's just a stunning model from end to end. The detail is absolutely stunning. I mean I know I reviewed the Class 37 218 last week. Their Class 37s are awesome, but their Class 66s are an absolute game changer for the industry for this model class. It's, you know, I know my phone doesn't pick up the detailing, but you can look inside the cab. You can see everything inside. The underframe is absolutely stunning. Brake pipes. Look at the bogie detailing on there. It is a beautiful, stunning locomotive. Now, I'm going to say, I know you all think Roxley models pay me to mention them. They don't. But I know these models are hard to come by, but I know David at Roxley Models still had a few Accurascale Class 66s in stock. I think it was 66122 and DRS, but that doesn't mean don't get one. I mean, if you have got the money, crumbs, get one. I mean, seriously. I mean, look at the etched grills. The roof is exquisite. We've got fine handrails. I mean, you've got ease of access to get to the DCC interface by removing a roof panel, which is where the exhaust silencer is. I don't think I can get it off. I'm holding a phone at the same time, so it's going to be a little bit, yeah, I can't really do it one-handed. Well, I can do some things one-handed, but this isn't, here we go. Oh, I flopped it. There you go. So you just remove the exhaust silencer, and you can get to your DCC interface where you can change all your lighting settings, etc., and do your DCC chipping. Yeah. Right, I'll just pop that back on. There you go. That just clips back on. There's magnets holding it on. What a great, stunning locomotive. But will it pass the run test? Will it pass the Harold Road back road run test? Shall we go and find out? Let's do it. So I placed 66415 onto the track. And I've also put on the layout there it was a Hatton's model, and they're 66623. So that is what I could actually do to that model, but it's going to be a question of, do I hang on to this model as a limited edition because of what it stands for, or do I weather it? So comment below. Johnny Boy, Weather it, or Johnny Boy, don't weather it and keep it as pristine. Yeah, I have got lots and lots of Freightliner locomotives. Do I really want to ruin this one? I don't mean ruin it, but for what it stands for. Well, anyway, let's move on. Let's do a run test straight from the box, see if it crawls. Normally anything from Accurascale does crawl. I'm slowly upping the power. And of course, as I state always, my track is filthy. And it's crawling. So there you go. I mean, it's typical from Accurascale. Straight from the box on dirty track. Don't even make a noise, does it? Can't even hear that. Oh, you can't even hear that, can you? That's just absolutely lovely, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that is lovely. I mean, I don't think I really need to do a run test on this. You know, looking down the track, we know that the lights come on about 30 miles an hour. Let's just go in a bit more. You can see them both there. Look at that. So the question is, really, rather than me messing around with it running up and down the track, do I make that look like that, or do I keep it pristine? So please, in the comments below, say Johnny Boy, weather it, or Johnny Boy, collect it. I mean, collecting it means put it back in its box and leave it for the future. Part of me wants to destroy it, you know. Not that I destroy anything, you know, part of me wants to really, like, weather it and put it with the fleet, and part of me wants to put it back in its box and leave it. So I'll go with the majority. What you lot think? Do I leave it or do I weather it? So let's wrap everything up. Right, so we've had another request coming in. Oh, God, I keep doing this.
Record and remix.
We're supposed to be doing railway stuff here. You lot being disgusting. Is it rude? Oh, God, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, that's so big.
Oh yeah, that's so big. Oh yeah, that's so big.
Oh dear, Bouncing Betty, you are naughty. So that goes out to Marcus Lambert, that one. So stage one is me removing the two main body side numbers. So to do that, I'm using Automotive T-cut and cocktail sticks. So all I can do here is just keep rubbing away, not too much pressure. I mean, it's taken me about 5 minutes so far to remove some of this number, but I'm also checking the cotton bud as well to make sure I'm not removing too much blue paint. So every 10 seconds or so, I will quickly just stop, get a fresh one, and just check to make sure we're not losing any any blue paintwork underneath. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of this Automotive T-cut and just keep working away at these numbers until they actually disappear. Because what we're going to do, we're going to be fitting brand new body side numbers from 38 to 87. So I'm going to keep working away on this, and I'll show you in a moment when the numbers actually disappeared. So here we are, 10 minutes later, the body side number has gone, and we're left with a nice space to put our new transfer on, 087. But I've got to remove the other side first, obviously. So the entire thing takes about 10, maybe 10 minutes to take one body side number off. You have to keep going at it. Keep checking them these you know, cotton buds, because you don't want to be taking any paint off. But I can honestly say I had no trouble with it whatsoever. It has left a sheen area where the old 038 number was, but that's not to worry about. Because once we put the new transfers on and the weathering is done on the loco, I will give the loco an entire coat of matte varnish. So as I say, stage one, I've got to do the other side now. I don't need to show the other side, but obviously stage one, removal of the body side number, is mask around the area so you don't put T-cut everywhere. Just keep going at it with your cotton buds, and then once that's done, that's, you know, bobs your cards right, and that's there. But you got to keep going at it. You got to keep going at it. You know, it's going to make your arms ache. There's other things that make your arms ache, but this is more worth it, to be fair with you. So that's how you remove the body side logo from a Bachmann Class 30 37 in DRS. As I say, just use your automotive T-cut. You can actually use cocktail sticks, but it takes a lot longer. Cocktail sticks are good for removing like tops numbers from, you know, the little tops numbers that go on cabs and on the front of the nose. You can remove them with a cocktail stick and T-cut. But for big old logos like the one I just removed, it's best to use T-cut with cotton buds, because the cotton bud isn't really going to scratch the paintwork either. So I'm going to take you off the tripod now. I'll give you a close-up view of where the number's been removed. So at the moment, there we go. If I then move it down, you can clearly see a sheen area there. There you go. You can clearly see where that number was. And I don't want you to think, oh my God, look at that. Because we can cover that up. That is not a problem. So the next thing to do is I'll turn the model round and I shall remove the other number on the other side. And then we're going to be doing the head code boxes. They've got to be done black, so that's going to be tricky. And then we'll move on to the bogies. Got to do the bogey springs got to be red. And then the other thing we've got to do before we even get on to anything stage 2 is do these nose bonnet hatches. They've got to be black. So yeah, a bit of research on the loco. Let's get it right, and let's move on. I'll see you again when I start work on the nose. Yeah, I've got to do these. I've got to do these indicator boxes black. That's going to be a nightmare, but we'll get onto that very soon. Okay, so both body side numbers have been removed. I have mask-oiled all the windows in preparation for weathering later on. I've also mask-oiled the indicator lights on the split box, and I've managed to get one of them black. It's a bit of a job. You have to mask around the outer edge. I'll get me pointy stick. You mask using, I've used Tamiya masking tape, and then obviously using black enamel is give it 3 coats, and I think it's turned out quite well. It is a fiddly job, especially having to mask it up, but I'm now going to turn my attention to the next one, and I'll show you how I mask that up in a second. So yeah, it's a little bit messy, but this is what you got to do. You just have to mask around the edge of each indicator box, and then smooth it all down, or press it down with a cocktail stick, and then I'll give that 3 coats of Humbrol 33 matte black. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this masking off these split box ends noses is a nightmare. I've done it, I've tidied it all up, and I've done the best I can with it, but I think I got away with it. But I'm not 100% happy with it. It may look okay to you guys, but I mean, yeah, I've managed it. Masking around, let me go find, I've got to find a stick. Masking around this edge here, these edges, is extremely difficult because you've got these hinges on the split box there, and the paint seems to bleed into there. I've also done a wash on the horns, and I've done a wash on the marker lights as well, so that's starting to stand out. I think I've got away with that. I'm not 100% happy with it, but that's how you do it. You mask off the sides, and then you just literally paint it with black Humbrol matte black 33. I gave it a couple of coats on each individual box. 3 is probably the best, to be fair with you. Yeah, so yeah, it's come out all right. I don't know, I've got to do the other side now, because I've got to do all that. It is a time-consuming little job to do this. It looks easy, but it's not as easy as you think it is. But I have got away with it. So here we have it. We have the split boxes blackened, and both body side numbers have been removed. It is a long task, but it is worth it in the end. So that's stage 1 now complete of this transformation. Stage 2, I'm going to replace these oval buffers with square buffers, and then I'm going to blacken the bonnet hinges on both ends. So let's move on to stage 2. So that's stage 2 complete. We're going to call it a day on this one. We've still got lots and lots to do. We have removed the body side numbers, we have blackened the head code boxes, and we fitted square buffers. The square buffers have come from some spare Hatton's Class 66 detail pack. I think you probably can pick up buffers from Accurascale should you need to have some. They're fairly easy to come by. So there you have it. We're going to call this one a day for now, and then we'll come back to it on the next video. Right, so there you go, another video from me, Jubsy, here at Harold Road. We have met Dennis's new girlfriend, Bouncing Betty. Dennis has got his big bit of foam from the Accurascale Class 66, which he's obviously going to be taking down the Foam Sniffers Club tonight with Julian Bicehouse and the crew. We're well underway with the Class 37 transformation, so that'll be next week. That will be renumbering and then weathering and detailing as well, so we'll be doing that on the next video. Before we go, we've got one last request from for Bouncing Betty. Hang on a minute, I've got to get my phone. Bear with me a moment. Right, hang on.
Record and remix. When I turn
What?
red, say something, and I'll mix it into a song. Here we go.
I don't want you to put that in there.
I don't want you to put that in there. I don't want you to put that in there. I'm all about that beat.
You're all a bit weird, but as I said, if you've got any requests for Bouncing Betty to say, then please comment below or put it on the Facebook page. From me, Jubsy, here at Harold Road in the loft, it's time for my Chinese and a few beers. So until next time, bye bye.